and they've got the first team defense out there, but it's the second team offense going against the first team. And who's leading the second team offense? It's Shedeur Sanders. So Shedeur Sanders is taking reps, and this is what we've been asking for forever. He's taking reps against the first team defense. And by all accounts, Kid held his own. And you got to remember when we're talking about this, I'm not saying that Shedeur Sanders took first team reps. He did not. He took second team reps against the first team defense. He's playing with the second.
The Cleveland Browns tried to keep this under wraps, but it blew up fast. Within just 48 hours, Myles Garrett and Jeudy might have accidentally exposed a top secret plan inside the Browns locker room. A move that could shake up the entire AFC and push rookie Shedeur Sanders straight into the starting quarterback spot against the Miami Dolphins. Behind the scenes, chaos is brewing. The coaching staff keeps denying it, but players are already picking sides and the tension is thick enough to slice through. When you piece it all together, the leaked practice footage, Garrett's strange comments in a post-game interview, Jeudy's wild slip-up on social media, and a sneaky power play from the Browns front office, it's clear something major is going down. This isn't rumor mill talk anymore. This is a full-blown quarterback takeover, and it looks like it's already in motion. The Browns kicked off this season thinking their quarterback room was rock solid, but that illusion shattered quick. The offense went cold, the passing game fell apart, and the locker room started rumbling louder than the crowd on game day. Coaches tried to play it cool, pretending everything was under control, but NFL insiders called their bluff. Word started spreading. Players had lost faith in the quarterback situation. Meetings got heated, play calls went soft, and frustration started leaking out in every direction. And here's the twist no one saw coming. When things start boiling in an NFL locker room, it all comes down to leadership. And whether the Browns are ready or not, that leadership shift is already happening right in front of them. Shedeur Sanders has taken over Cleveland faster than anyone expected, and the locker room feels it. From the jump, teammates noticed how he carried himself. The focus, the command in his voice, the way he called out veterans without flinching. Then came the real shocker, his arm strength, his timing, his swagger. Before long, whispers started floating through the Browns facility like wildfire. What if Shedeur gives us the best shot to win right now? At first, that idea sounded ridiculous. He's a rookie, right? He's supposed to be watching, not leading. But then practice started telling a different story, and suddenly guys like Myles Garrett and Jeudy began moving different. That's when the whole vibe flipped, because this isn't a quiet debate anymore. The Browns' quarterback situation has turned into an all-out locker room battle, and it's about to blow wide open against Miami. When Cleveland drafted Shedeur Sanders, critics went off. Analysts said he holds the ball too long. Scouts claimed he crumbles under pressure. And haters dismissed him as just another overhyped name riding his father's legacy. They said he needed a year to learn, maybe two. But the Browns didn't bring him in to wait. They drafted him to win. Right now. From his first day in the building, Shedeur carried himself like a franchise quarterback who already knew the job was his. He didn't play small in meetings. He questioned the system, pushed back when veterans tested him, and spoke like someone who'd been there before. And that confidence, it started catching on fast. The offensive line had his back because he owned his mistakes instead of pointing fingers. The receivers loved him because his passes hit them in stride, clean and sharp every time. And slowly, that locker room respect turned into belief because Shedeur Sanders didn't flinch under pressure. He thrived in it. And just like that, the story flipped. It wasn't if Shedeur Sanders would become the Browns' quarterback, it was when. The locker room already felt the shift, but what happened next made things even crazier. Insiders from the Browns camp started whispering that Shedeur was picking up the playbook faster than anyone expected. Coaches were stunned. He wasn't just learning, he was mastering it.
Training camp. Browns rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders getting first team reps. Well, that happened during Wednesday's practice session for the very first time in a unique way. Now, Sanders got work against the first team defense, but it was a mismatched 11 on 11. So while he was working against first team defensive guys like Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, Greg Newsome, he was working with the second team offense. Now, there were 4 reps in that session, so a small body of work. One of those plays was a rush. The other 3 were passes from Sanders. The first play, Sanders had an incompletion, but he started feeling comfortable. The next 2 passes were completed. Sanders went 2 for 3 in passing with that one rushing play. Small body of work, but a major milestone for the rookie quarterback.
Then the rumors hit. A version of the offense was being secretly reworked to fit his game. Fast reads, spread sets, motion-heavy plays, and a quicker tempo. Everything built around Shedeur's style. Of course, the Browns tried to downplay it, calling it routine rookie development. Please, that was pure damage control. Behind the scenes, one pattern was clear. Shedeur was quietly running first-team reps during closed practices. No public announcement, no cameras, no media, just silence and strategy. But that silence didn't last long because someone started leaking details. Someone wanted the world to know Shedeur was coming. And the first clue came from a player nobody saw coming, Myles Garrett. It all started during what was supposed to be a chill midweek interview. Just football talk, defensive adjustments, team chemistry before facing Miami. But halfway through, a reporter casually asked about the Browns' offense. Garrett smiled, hesitated, and then dropped the line that sent the internet into meltdown. "We've got some new energy out there. Feels like we're seeing a different type of confidence this week." He didn't drop a name. He didn't have to. Everyone watching knew exactly who he meant. That one sentence blew up across social media. Within minutes, NFL Twitter exploded with speculation, clips, and theories flying like wildfire. Fans went into detective mode instantly. Every word from Myles Garrett's interview got picked apart. Slow motion replays of his grin, that sideways glance off camera, and that sly smirk when he said different confidence. People caught on fast. Then one fan spotted something wild. During that same practice week, Garrett had been seen talking with Shedeur Sanders after every offensive drive. No cameras, no interviews, just those quiet sideline talks that look more like leader-to-leader conversations than anything else. Reporters tried to brush it off, pretending it was nothing, but the internet wasn't buying it. The Browns' PR team even deleted a few clips from their official pages. Too late. The damage was done, and inside the locker room, Garrett's words hit like a bomb. When the face of your franchise, your defensive captain, hints that the offense feels different, it doesn't sound like support for the current starter, it sounds like he's co-signing a new era, and that's exactly what was happening. Later that day, a local reporter dropped a quote from an anonymous Browns staffer who said something cryptic. "Let's just say Garrett knows more than he's supposed to." That one line set the internet ablaze. Reddit threads, YouTube breakdowns, TikTok theories. Fans started calling it the Garrett Code because everyone knows when Myles Garrett speaks, it's deliberate. He's measured, calculated. He doesn't talk by accident. So when he mentions new confidence, people knew it wasn't just casual talk. It was a signal, a sign that Shedeur Sanders might already have the locker room's blessing, even if the coaching staff was still pretending otherwise. But Garrett wasn't the only one slipping up, because just days later, Jeudy made a mistake that blew the whole thing open. And this time, there was no covering it up. If Myles Garrett lit the match, Jeudy straight up poured gasoline on it. Everyone already knew Jeudy and Shedeur Sanders had that connection. They'd trained together in the offseason, chilled off the field, and built instant chemistry the moment Browns camp started. But no one expected Jeudy to be the one who accidentally blew the whole quarterback situation wide open for the world to see. It all went down on Instagram Live. Jeudy was just vibing, music bumping, teammates in the background, laughing, doing a casual stream for fans. Nothing major, until the comments started rolling in. One fan typed, "Be honest, who throws a better ball?" Jeudy laughed it off, smirked, and tried to keep it cool. But then the chat started spamming, "Shedeur the starter? Who's really QB1, Jerry? Tell us the truth." And that's when it happened. Jeudy looked down at his phone, smiled, and dropped the line that changed everything. "Man, y'all gonna see soon enough."
Taking them. The problem is, like Ocho Cinco said, you got somebody that has endeared himself to the locker room. And guess what? The difference between him and Tim Tebow, the biggest one, is he can play. He can throw the ball. Tim Tebow running around being an H-back, he can throw the ball. And he's done everything he needs to do. He ain't saying nothing. He ain't rocking the boat. He ain't mad about the reps. He ain't mad about none of that. All the people out there want to see is this, like Tyler said earlier. We want to see what he can do with Jerry Jeudy.
That's it.
I want to see what he can do with David Njoku. I want to see him with Junkins. I want to see him with the first running backs. If you are cooking, if you are beating down the doors with the 3s and 4s.
Boom! You could see the realization hit him. Eyes wide, grin fading, scrambling to recover. He quickly backpedaled with, everybody looked good, we working. Next question. But it was too late. Those 6 seconds were all it took to send the internet into chaos. Within minutes, that clip exploded. Fans clipped it, analysts dissected it, and even former players jumped in, posting things like, "He just told the whole story without saying a name." In 30 minutes, the video was everywhere. And by that night, Jeudy had deleted the entire stream. But you already know, the internet never forgets. NFL breakdown channels went into overdrive. They zoomed in, slowed the footage, studied his smirk, his tone, even the way he looked off camera. Their verdict, unanimous. Jerry Jeudy knows Shedeur Sanders is coming, and he's not upset about it. But here's the real kicker. Just hours after the clip went viral, a Browns insider revealed that Jeudy and Shedeur had been staying after practice, running extra red zone reps together, just the two of them. Now that's not coincidence. That's chemistry turning into preparation, and it's got Cleveland buzzing like never before. Just the two of them. No cameras, no coaches, no PR spin. Jerry Jeudy tried to laugh it off in public, but inside the locker room, the whispers got loud. Players were connecting the dots, asking, why would Jeudy risk saying that unless he knows what's coming? This wasn't a slip-up. It was a signal, a warning. And sure enough, behind closed doors, everything had already shifted. The secret was out. The quarterback room in Cleveland had quietly changed after the Garrett and Jeudy incidents blew up online. Suddenly, the Browns went into full-blown damage control mode. Practices shut down, media access cut off, and players ordered to keep everything in-house. But that only made things worse. The tighter they tried to seal the leaks, the faster the info started pouring out. First came a cryptic post from a well-connected Browns insider. QB reps aren't what people think this week. Then came the confirmations. Multiple reporters verified that Shedeur Sanders was taking first-team reps, and not just in light drills. He was running red zone plays and 2-minute offense sets, the kind of reps reserved strictly for starters. That's not rookie development, that's game prep. Inside the building, people noticed everything shifting. Offensive players were staying late to work with Shedeur. Receivers, linemen, even tight ends getting extra reps after hours. Coaches began experimenting with faster tempo plays, testing concepts tailored to Shedeur's strengths. Then came the biggest leak of them all, a short Reddit clip showing Shedeur running a full-speed 2-minute drill with the starters. It was deleted minutes later, but the internet had already saved it. At that point, this wasn't rumor anymore. It was reality. The quarterback transition was happening right under everyone's noses, and the Browns knew the world was catching on. That's when head coach Kevin Stefanski had no choice but to face the cameras. When reporters hit him with the question, has Shedeur Sanders been getting first-team reps? His reaction didn't calm anything down. In fact, it sent the story into overdrive. Coach Kevin Stefanski didn't deny it, not even close. When reporters pressed him, he didn't defend the current starter, didn't double down, didn't even sound convincing. All he said was, there is no quarterback controversy here.
I don't think that's not my place, to answer, to even be able to give the answer to that. I feel like it's not in my control. So I'm not even gonna think about that or have that even in my thought process of why it is. Like, it's a lot of people that want to have the opportunity to be at this level, and I'm here and I'm thankful.
Translation? There absolutely is. You could see it in his face, the tension, the nerves. He looked like a man under pressure, not in control. Within minutes, he shut the press conference down and refused to take a single follow-up question. That moment told everyone watching one thing. Stefanski isn't calling the shots anymore, which raised the real question. Who is? Because when a head coach starts dodging questions and first-team reps start shifting behind the scenes, the players always feel it first. And that's exactly what's happening in Cleveland. According to multiple insiders, the locker room is split. Some veterans are frustrated. They can't believe the team's even considering turning to a rookie mid-season. But others, they're all in, saying things like, Shedeur gives us the juice this offense is missing. That quiet divide started to show. Loyalty to the old starter on one side, belief in Shedeur on the other. You could see it in the smallest moments. Offensive guys gathering around Shedeur after drills. Defensive leaders like Myles Garrett and JOK spending extra time talking with him between reps. One Browns player even told a reporter, he walks like a starter. Guys follow that. And then the online chaos began. Players started liking cryptic posts hinting that a quarterback change was coming. Tight end David Njoku dropped a mysterious post saying, time reveals. Jerry Jeudy accidentally liked a fan comment saying, start Shedeur already. Enough waiting. He quickly unliked it, but too late. Screenshots were everywhere. From the outside, it looked like chaos, but from inside the Browns facility, it was clear. This wasn't a debate anymore. It was a countdown. The locker room already knew what was coming next. And the craziest part, this shift didn't even start with the players. It started way higher, inside the Browns front office itself. Up to this point, everything looked like your typical NFL drama. A frustrated offense, a flashy rookie, a few loose player comments, and a swarm of media speculation. But what's happening in Cleveland? This isn't coincidence. It's strategy, a controlled move, and it's being orchestrated from inside the building. The shift towards Shedeur Sanders didn't start with the coaching staff. It didn't begin with Myles Garrett or Jerry Jeudy. It didn't even come from the locker room. According to multiple league insiders, this quarterback movement began in one place, the front office, and more specifically, with team owner Jimmy Haslam himself. Haslam's reputation across the NFL is legendary, aggressive, impatient, and totally unafraid to shake up his roster whenever he feels like it. He's fired coaches mid-season, thrown record-breaking money at controversial players, and overruled his football staff more times than anyone can count. He's made one thing clear for years. He wants two things above all else: wins and attention. And that's where Shedeur Sanders comes in. When Cleveland drafted him, they didn't just bring in a quarterback, they brought in a brand. Overnight, Shedeur turned the Browns from a struggling team into a media magnet. Jersey sales shot through the roof before rookie minicamp even started. The team's social numbers exploded. Training camp tickets sold out, and suddenly, every major network wanted a piece of Cleveland for primetime. Like it or not, Shedeur Sanders is more than a player. He's a market force, and owners like Haslam love market forces. They see dollars, headlines, and national buzz, and that kind of spotlight is priceless in a business built on attention. So when people around the league started connecting the dots, it became obvious. This push for Shedeur isn't just about football growth, it's about business. The Browns are a corporation before they're a team, and this entire quarterback shift is being powered from the top.
I think everyone's surprised to see him go to the 5th round. He's come to camp and OTAs with a great attitude. He's a hardworking guy. He has a good head on his shoulders. He's always positive, always optimistic, always keeps a smile on his face. And, you like going to work with people who have that.
According to multiple sources, head coach Kevin Stefanski is dealing with what's being called a forced agenda, a quiet but firm directive coming straight from Jimmy Haslam himself. Inside the league, they're calling it exactly what it is, a strategic takeover. And suddenly, everything about the Browns' behavior makes sense. That look on Kevin Stefanski's face during those awkward pressers, it wasn't confusion, it was surrender. He's not making this call anymore. He's reacting to orders from above. Player reps started shifting. Practice sessions went dark. Reporters got shut out. Questions were cut off mid-sentence. The quarterback room turned into a locked vault, the most secretive part of the entire team. And that's not coincidence. That's control. It's ownership sending a crystal clear message. Prepare Shedeur, but do it quietly. And that's where another major name steps in, the one connecting all the dots, Shedeur Sanders. Primetime himself has been spotted in Cleveland multiple times this season. Officially, he's there to support his son. Unofficially, sources say he's been having real conversations with Browns decision makers about Shedeur's role and his long-term future in the franchise. Make no mistake, Shedeur Sanders isn't just a proud dad sitting in the stands. He's a strategist. He understands power, leverage, and timing better than most executives in the league. He knows that if the Browns front office truly wants to hand the keys to Shedeur, this is the moment to make that power grab. What's happening now isn't a quarterback competition, it's a shift in control, a coordinated operation designed to change the face of the franchise from the inside out. And if the reports are right, the next step in that plan is simple but ruthless. Pick the right moment, pick the right opponent, and use pressure as a weapon. That's exactly what the Browns just did. They didn't throw Shedeur into some safe, low-stakes matchup. No, they lined him up against Miami, one of the fastest, most explosive offenses in the NFL. A stage where every throw, every mistake, every touchdown is magnified under the brightest lights. The Browns could have waited. They could have chosen an easier opponent, but they didn't. And that choice says it all. This isn't random. It's intentional. It's a test. And if Shedeur Sanders delivers in Miami, the Browns might never look the same again. Against Miami, there's no hiding behind safe play calls or careful game plans. You need a quarterback who can throw punches, extend drives, and stay cool when chaos hits, and the Browns' current offense just hasn't delivered that. Inside Cleveland's walls, this matchup is being treated like a final exam, not just for Shedeur Sanders, but for the team's entire identity. Do they stick with the safe option or finally unleash a quarterback with real firepower? With the AFC playoff race tightening by the week, waiting isn't an option anymore. This Dolphins game isn't just another Sunday, it's the turning point. And the craziest part, somebody inside the Browns already confirmed it completely by accident. During a routine media session at practice, cameras caught a quick but explosive exchange between Jerry Jeudy and Myles Garrett. Jeudy walked by, leaned over, and said, "He's starting Sunday." They just don't want to say it yet. Garrett didn't even hesitate. He just nodded and replied, "Then we better be ready." Boom. That one moment said it all. The clip was uploaded, deleted within minutes, but fans had already saved it and blasted it across every platform imaginable. It spread faster than any official announcement, and because it was the announcement, the locker room already knows. The players are preparing, the plan's in motion. Shedeur Sanders isn't just being considered. He's being positioned to start against the Miami Dolphins. Whether the Browns announce it or not, the secret's out. The team knows, the front office knows, and now the fans know too. This isn't speculation anymore, and it's a transition in real time. Garrett hinted at it. Jeudy confirmed it. The practice reps, the media attention, the front office pressure, it all points in one direction. The Dolphins game isn't just another matchup. It's the moment everything changes. This isn't a controversy anymore. This is a takeover. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you on the next one.